Mulai kah? Oke, udah mulai. So, welcome to streaming. Kita akan nonton watch party antara dua match, yaitu tim Liquid versus NAVI dan juga M8 versus TH, tim Heretics. Bentar, tapi ini masih lama sih mulainya, teman-teman. Masih sangat lama mulainya, jadi kita enjoy dulu. Masih 7 menit. Itu aja deh. Belum mulai, bentar. Gila, bisa tiduran gitu mereka. Tes.
In the Heretics today, so we'll hope for a little bit of corrode. Also, Icebox going for champs. I've already learned that's a big thing. That seems to be maybe a wee bit of a crutch for the region as a whole, but I guess we'll find out. We're not at international quite yet. Of course, we do have a match ahead of us, and so before
for NAVI is always the question, right? And I think it's also in many people's expectations, like, are they going to be as good as they were with so many of the changes that we've seen?
Yeah, it's definitely an incredibly good question. I will say Angel did, I believe, hit a Raptor as KO on corrode last week and blind himself, so we'll see how that looks. Of course, TL on the opposite side were at least super dominant bind last week. Kukuka caught up with Nats to find out the keys to their success on bind specifically. Let's take a look.
Welcome back to Kukuka's class, everybody. I know it's summer, so summer edition, summer school, and I have a very cool guest for us today, Nats from Team Liquid. How are you, Nats?
Hello, doing good. Thank you. What about you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. So in this classes, we want to speak about certain topics, and for you, I think that we need to speak about how you've been one of the protagonists of our region, and for your IGLing, which is something that we maybe could have not seen coming, so it's very good to have. Do you think, now that you have this experience, that being an IGL, having those characteristics is something that you're born with or something that you learn?
I think both. I don't think I can just say born and earn. I think something maybe born with, something is improving and learning. I think both. But I think it's better to ask people around me who I'm working with, not me. But that's my opinion.
But you've worked with a lot of good IGLs as well. So what qualities do you think that are necessary? It doesn't matter born or learned. What do you think you need to be a good IGL?
Played with Redgar, I played with Enzo. I take some stuff from them. I also got some stuff this year from myself. I work with the coaching stuff that I have right now. I think from everyone, I don't think I was like watching to someone and I want to be like him. I want to be myself.
Okay, I like that. We're going to take a look at some of the clips. You don't have to reference this. They're just going to be playing in the background because last week when you were playing on Bind, on the attack, you planted the spike 12 out of 12 times. Pretty impressive. So I assume that there is a lot going behind that, right? Like we saw a lot of set strats. And speaking about the IGL, and how many of these strats are pre-planned before you go into the game?
Sometimes pre-planned, sometimes on the fly. I didn't know we planted the spike 12 times. That's amazing to know, by the way.
Yeah, good for you. But like, how is it calling this kind of very heavy when you have a lot of ultimates? It all seems very well drilled. You make it look easy.
That's why I said the in-game knowledge. I think everyone needs to understand how to work around certain abilities, and that's why I said that's one of the important parts of the IGL also, and that's why I said, and on the fly.
How much micromanaging you do in these situations?
Depends. It everyone in the team has a room to speak, so it depends purely from situation who has an idea. And
Oke, kita masih menunggu untuk match pembuka kita di malam hari ini. Ini dia tim Liquid. Pemain-pemainnya ada siapa? Ada Keiko, ada Babang Nuts. Dan lawan NAVI. Ruxi NG1 Hero Show.
Here we are, Team Liquid versus NAVI. NAVI obviously fighting to get every single win they can. Team Liquid, a lot of champion points built already, looking to qualify for champs as soon as possible. Both these teams coming off a win, looking to get a little bit more. And as we enter map select, Corrode kicking us off first.
Yeah, and we see Team Liquid that decided to ban the Icebox. They lost it last week, and on the side of NAVI, they looked pretty well. So they changed from the Haven onto that. I like this flexibility. And Corrode is going to be the first one. There's some key on what NAVI did last week, but for Team Liquid, it's going to be a complete surprise.
Yeah, NAVI looked strong on it last week, but as you said, footage. Big question for me is what's Chuck's going to be playing, because he was playing a lot of not Fader Silver last week, And I think this week I'd like to see that a little bit more, especially on Corrode.
Yeah, I think that with Corrode being the first one, definitely looks very, very exciting. I mean, expect NAVI to just replicate what they were doing last week. Angel was very happy that they got to play the map, that they got to show it off, and it looked very good. We get Xiao on Fade, so I think, Minnie, I agree with you. It is only fair that we also see Trex in something so comfortable for him as the Fade is.
I'm just excited for Angel. You know, importance of representation. I like an old man on the stage. I'm an old man. I like seeing myself reflected there. Also, I like what Angel said. You know, he said, hey, it has mid. We can play straightforward map for the most part compared to a lot of the other options in the pool. And I'm ready to see the evolution of the strategies Navi can bring to bear and maybe what TL has been cooking to try and respond.
I think that also there's a possibility that Team Liquid had already prepared this map because Movistar Koi banned it on the first. It was the first map that they banned. So there was also a possibility that this has gone extremely into Team Liquid's favor.
That's absolutely true. In these early weeks, we don't know where the matchups are at all. And Team Liquid coming out strong with a win today would be very good for the rest of the season for them. EMEA is not liking this map right now, not picking into it very much. Team Liquid showing that they're the best team on this map right now would be great for them.
And then we went on to Sunset, and not only because of the pre-tip and how amazing that bind was, bind is going to be that third and last. Navi in the past have overcooked in that map a lot. Sometimes it's looked outrageous. So I would be very, very interested to see if we get to that bind. But Sunset being the second one, probably something that Team Liquid could have not seen coming, because they also have the possibility to be the surprise there. So it's very bold for the side of Team Liquid to, you know, they have a strong map. They have something that is not that new, but in Sunset anything can happen.
I think overall I favour Team Liquid in this map too. So I think the fact that you brought up earlier that they banned Icebox this time around put them into a big advantage. They get bind third. Bind is a map that Team Liquid love. Getting that third signals to me that they got two maps in this pool that they really love.
And it's from what you talked to earlier with Nats, it's clear that they're so good on it, they don't even think about it. You didn't even know they got 12 out of 12. I didn't know we got 12 out of 12 playing Flanky. How good are you that you're not worried about that number? That's a pretty important number to keep track of. Of course, our eyes open for agent select now. See if there are any creative options coming in. A moment of hesitation.
Oh, and Trex is on the fade. A comfort pick if Nats goes on that Viper. And Panic is going to be the one going on the Gecko. How do you feel about this, Minnie?
I'm not the biggest fan of Gecko in this map, but I think that overall I'm happy. We see a Euro, we see a Viper, we see Trex on fade. Hits enough boxes for me that I'm happy.
Would you have been happier though if Panic would have unlocked down the deadlock?
Deadlock?
Or is it too much?
It would have been spicier.
Yeah. I think that I agree. But to me, this makes a lot of sense. Again, really looking forward to the duel in those initiators and Xiao and Trex. But even more so to look at Kiko and Ruxic. Ruxic carrying this team. Not only him, but I think that his individual level is off the charts. And for Kiko, you have to say exactly the same. Bind might be his best map all in through, but just in the controller as it is, and with Omen having the mobility that it has that duality of being able to just go with Camo and go absolutely crazy.
Yeah, there is a great head-to-head here. Kiko right now is highest rated player after week 1, and Ruxic was up there too. I think that's a great head-to-head to look out for. For Navi's side, I think it's about how good they beat Apex last week fairly convincingly on this map, I believe. But how much was that Navi being good versus Apex struggling on the map? I think we need to see that.
Important to get more tapes to kind of understand where we're at, but we saw yesterday, obviously, the importance of smokers in the controller role overall. Kiko and Ruxic going head-to-head once again. We get Trex on the fade, we get Xiao on the fade, something we didn't get to talk to early on, despite us being kind of, you know, excited at what we're seeing. I will say,
it's a good day for EMEA. We get Corrode, we get Trex and Xiao on fade.
Something to point out last week is I believe this was the map in which Angel had a rough game, I believe on Sunset KO, and then the game after dropped like plus 18 on this map. So
it has mid, he can play, bro. He gave it to us straight.
Angel is the win condition.
Yeah.
All right, Angel or the smoke battle, two clear things to focus on. I will say at the start of the season, you were jumping up and down, having a great time with that umbrella. You told me no double initiators. I'm getting a lot of initiators.
I'm sorry, Dracos. I'm sorry.
I feel like you've led me astray.
I can't help. I can't help this. It's not in my control.
I mean, you said the Giant X converted you to believe into them. I hope the Team Liquid maybe converts you to thinking the Gek is good in this map.
It's time for the Cashers to take it away, though.
Ini
We're
ada
excited
duel
about the
sama
smokes.
adu Gecko
The big
dengan
battle begins.
Ayonya sih.
Pansy, Hypoc, go for it.
Better kah?
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Gimana better kah
Super
suaranya?
looking forward to this. We actually officially get to cast a bit of Corrode, so loving that. Mike, your thoughts on the veto here?
Nothing beats a NAVI map veto. No, honestly, I'm so excited to see Corrode to kick this off. I think as well to see Angel pop off. He was grinning ear to ear. We caught him just walking up to do the veto early. He was like, fragged out.
Yeah, ready.
I was comfy, you know, numerically, look at the best I've ever looked.
Instantly,
Corrode,
we
let's
pick
go.
Corrode.
But on the flip side of that, Liquid,
This looks good for them.
I really like this composition. I mean, yeah, not massively invested in the Gecko, but I mean, we haven't seen many examples yet of Yoru, so I'm excited to see Camo really turn his hand to that.
4.
Yeah,
So I think as well,
Tapi
alongside
nggak
this kind of
berturut-turut
double
gitu.
duelist
Ada
kind of discussion,
jedanya
get that
tahun
way Kiko
nggak
can play
main
the
gitu.
Omen.
Hands down.
Karena
Hands
pengganti
down. I mean,
face.
Rupsik was spot on too, so it's going to
Kalau
be
kita
nice
masuk
to
ke
see that.
gamenya, kita fokus
Unfold throughout
dulu.
this, and to start off, Navi on the attack. Last time around, we did see that 1-3-1 up against their previous opponent, and then kind of filtering towards that B take. But let's see how it looks now. A very different opponent from Apex. And real first glance at learning how good Liquid look here. A lot of eyes will be looking at Trex. Comfort, again, on an agent he's always looked exceptional on a map where I feel like it is pretty solid too.
Sure, I think it's fair to say Trex had a rough series overall previously. Certainly looking for an improvement here today versus Navi.
Dapat sini harusnya kamu nih.
Slow approach and again, no surprise Navi did.
Aduh, malah kamu yang diculik.
Angel, there's something about
They
this
were
battle
both
this map,
lined
bro.
up for that, man.
There's something. Look, Crosshair was on. If he just held down mouse 1, it would have been wraps. But Angel's got a real rhythm on this map, it feels like, so far. He looks comfortable on it. Again, I don't love the KO either. Like, to me, I'm not a huge fan of it, but he looks solid with it.
Speknya diambil.
So far, Navi going for that similar regroup. Now, last time around, you probably remember it, that burst towards CT from Alex.
Mereka rotate lagi. Ini yang paling menarik dari
They do need to start building towards these sides.
region EMEA dan Atlanta.
Flash goes in on the corner. Trex is here. Lots of steps,
Frenzy as well.
lots of calls. And
Nice
he's going to
trade.
get one. That is now the gateway open, right? That A site is ready to be
Planting.
taken. 13 seconds, yeah, it's late, but they'd already brought those rotations.
4 lawan 3 ya.
You're almost expecting another player here from the side of Liquid.
Saving kah?
He really plugged that gap. As Angel found the open up. Bad stick now.
Oh, enggak.
Clear back through Link. A little bit of a gap.
Dapat
here.
3 tuh
He's got company.
diras sih harusnya. Bisa defuse. Satu.
A nice start. I thought that might have been a little bit late to touch further back, but it's fine. Alex, in the meantime, does take away Nat, so now bring it down to this 1v2.
Satu dan dua.
Kiko, an exceptional player, but 2 to find is difficult, and they're playing deep on this. I quite like this, playing off this kind of doorway plant.
Time. Running really low for him here. Just going to maybe try and look for a half in the
Defusing.
first smoke, but
Tawan.
reveal prevents that.
Gonna see the barrel, but it doesn't really matter. At this point, Navi handling it very well. This is something I want to see more from Navi too. Their willingness to play out this map, punish those rotations. Look, this map, we know it takes 1,000,000 miles to get anywhere, to take that safety route through CT. If Navi are gonna be slippery about this, kind of pumping over towards the other side of the map, taking
flashnya nggak
control,
dapet, kena
brutal
tembok.
to handle, but it could suit them beautifully.
Well, I think we saw Navi do very well was kind of actually almost bait out some of these engagements, wait for maybe their opponents to clear some of this neutral space across the map, but whether or not we see them kind of, I'm seeing a pause timer. As soon as we do get an update, we will let you know what it is.
Yeah,
Maybe just a player pause, right now, but
see what comes from it, but it is
Apa nih
I think as
Tes?
well, it was no surprise to see Navi really
Technical pause kah?
do much in
Baru main.
terms of flair.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a nice set piece towards
Baru
BG, you know, to push through
main.
to elbow from Alexi, but
Album siapa yang tumpah itu
outside
di
of
bot.
that, it was very kind of cookie cutter, you know.
Makanya ini harus dibawa peraturan ke stage nggak boleh bawa
Which
air
is something
minum.
that Angel
Tumpah kan
does
air
well.
minum, tengok lah.
Well, that's it. It
The
plays to
whole
his
split
strengths.
kind of mantra that he
Kalau air
adopted
minum tumpah,
himself.
apa?
It applies
Again,
very well
Huruf
here.
dari keyboardnya
always
lepas
well
itu.
split.
No?
But we're off to a good start on Corrode.
The theory seems good. I think the composition is good enough. I question mark the depth of the jet at some point. Eventually, I don't think you need as much dive necessarily here. I like how Alex used it, but I do think if we we start seeing the vices coming out, we see, you know, anything to kind of deny that space.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tougher, but I'm happy with it for now.
As much as I haven't liked seeing KO kind of, it's gone red. It's gone red.
The groan from the crowd was perfect. Nice work, guys.
Have we added more red lighting in
it feels like we have.
Brighter.
It feels like we have. We blend into it. So sorry, folks. Got to get one in. Thought do it early, but we can kind of chew the fat, I guess, about this. But yeah, I think the simplicity to NAVI in this map and kind of just playing your fundamentals works really well.
Yeah, just to come back to that, actually, I'm okay with the Jet. If it's a KO, you're going to run.
Absolutely, yes.
So
yes.
There is, but again, the knife again, it's sort of just results based. It's whether or not they can really find value from it. It's not as clear cut as some of the other initiator utility, but also alongside that, the flash, for how many, we were talking about this, for how many 50-50s there are, and
there's some validity to it.
Yeah, but the flashes have to be perfect.
They do. Now, if you're going to give a flash to a player on this team that kind of works like one of those previous game flashes.
The man who's been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah, you give it to Angel. We've seen some of the flashes just yesterday's games being absolute shockers. So, anyway, all the while for the side, we're back underway, so thank you for your patience. And it looks simplistic, and it looks like it's directed from Liquid. Right down middle, go for a bit of a biff. That puts a lot of pressure on Xiao, but he's one of the players that can suffer a loss, only on the Ghost, but he's trying to backpedal it safely. In the meantime, they're going to take that quick rotation straight through towards Connector. As Alex, once again, he loves to pressure him. It looks like there might be something that's been considered already by Liquid. He's going to wait very patiently.
Which cleared?
And the trade's there. So diligent work from Hero to make sure the trade's effective. And it looks like rinse and repeat here. Alex tearing up that CT side. Now, Angel can't cop too much more damage. You don't want to start losing these rifles. Now someone else to take that contact, potentially Ruxic, maybe even Xiao, put his life on the line here.
It get a little weird here, though.
Certainly could. They are on the side. Someone needs to sacrifice the check, but they've noted Trex. And Navi, solid in the post plant, 3 stay alive.
Navi. Xiao still going to have the Ghost.
Ooh, didn't get the rifle? No. Huh.
Again, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Secondary objective here for Liquid. You have a chance to check in. I mean, Ruxic, obviously seen here really kind of dial into the Omen overall, but has been very impressive.
Yes.
Particularly on Corrode on the previous showing as well, but one of those players that I guess post coming into this roster that there were probably questions about. He probably found his footing.
Yeah, I think so too. And again, you kind of got that on both sides mirrored here to an extent. I think Kiko has over-delivered in certain areas in this role as well.
Well, over-delivered and actually a change across to some of the compositions we've seen Liquid employ.
I like this from Liquid though, trying to maybe stake a bit of a claim towards some of these extremities. But Navi are no strangers to taking their time here either, Mike. These re-clears are going to be very diligent, very timed out. Well, I say this and it's going to go probably terribly wrong, but you know what I mean. They should be going through the checklist.
Well, I mean, look at the minute mark and
kembali midnya coba dimainkan oleh Navi. Enggak Navi, tim Liquid maksudnya.
Despite not committed yet, so Liquid's probe to just probably dig out Hero, to be honest with you.
Wah, itu Patiteknya udah kejauhan tuh, bahaya tuh. Mundur Patitek.
Don't think he caught a glimpse of Patinen around the smoke. So Alex will be taking space towards A, but it is a fake. And again, remember these rotations.
Rotate lagi. Lempar satu, rotate. Lempar satu,
I was going to say, on the back of that, no real progress made in mid.
30
Checking
seconds left.
Pattek's still there, so he's not going to be able to slow this down. There's still 3 members of Liquid committed here. 20 seconds left on the clock.
And I'm looking at the util they have.
Jetnya bisa itu dapat 3.
They don't have any more prowlers. This is guns in hand sort of fight. Liquid actually could really dig their heels in, make them cost every single corner. 13 seconds, you gotta go. Kiko holds down for one, plays in Trex. Well done. 9 seconds. Liquid still standing strong. It's Xiao to break back in, but time. 4 seconds. He's run out of time here. Nothing more to be done. I think Navi hesitated a little too long there.
Yeah, definitely.
Kalau jetnya ketahuan di sini dapat 1, 2, 1.
Of the clock in these situations. Like I said, if Liquid don't really give them that engagement and give the opener,
and I almost wish
falling victim to the clock.
I wish they'd gone fat B here. I think they pulled that fake well back of Alex's dash.
Yeah, I think maybe because nobody bites on the other side, there's maybe a question mark.
Terburu-buru kan ya jetnya.
Certainly here. In hindsight, Harry, looking at the mini-map, sure, but there was just no commitment of the spike either way, and like I said, you either want to see that progress towards top mid, or at least somebody pressuring towards B.
Oke, aman.
Getting that horn sound being dealt with pretty early on. I like
Besok
to see a
akan
little
ada
bit more
VCT
variation to it.
Pacific
I mean, it's
guys
clear
di
that no
jam
one's pushed
3
down
sampai
deep
sedikit
yet, but at this point
jam
they're
3 jam
now
6.
unawares as to what the hell is going on.
Semoga besok bisa nonton
Once the
salah
smoke
satunya.
expires, but Liquid still not forcing the issue.
Oke, berarti dari sini kita bisa lihat bahwa
Cycle
untuk
this
map
utility
horror,
out.
map
Keep Navi
horror,
guessing, but
itu yang perlu
minute mark.
dicek adalah mid,
No real progress
karena
on
midnya
mid.
itu cukup luas dan banyak cornernya.
And this is the question about the knife. Really, is the
Okay,
value there? What does it really tell
What's it
you
doing?
in terms of that placement in particular?
Baru rutenya itu jangan
Does
dari
boil down to Liquid having to hazard
defender
a
maupun
guess
attacker,
as to
tapi
where
dari
they
mid
want
langsung.
to be.
Tapi dia juga
Once
sih,
again, Navi showing intent towards
rotate
middle.
dari satu side ke
Looks
side
like a
yang
B
lainnya.
finish because of where Alex is, but we're at 30 seconds again. No, Liquid are just going to sit on the sides at this point. They've done their posturing in middle. They don't need much more.
Viper
Paranoia's there,
bisa
25
ke Vipernya,
seconds. Kiko's going
ragu
to
dia.
note this. I think he's seen Alex, but Alex wins out. Kiko gets a little caught
Dead
in that
kill.
scenario, but Panatek still holding strong. 18 seconds.
Gecko dalam.
You've got to pressure the site here. Panatek given individual
Aduh.
fights, and he comes alive. Does very well to buy some time. The plant's in play.
Paling tiga harusnya aman ya.
3v3 now. Knock it at the door. Oh, the
Yeah, he's going to hear that step. It's not clean though.
It's
Hampir.
okay.
The kill.
Yeah, Hero just about adjusting in time, but that got way too close.
That's positioned towards elbow. Has been here the whole time. Find something on the back of this. Going to find one. Let's
Great
go back the second
crossfire.
as well.
I mean, it's now down to Xiao down.
Ah!
Clean with it with the red ball clutch. Got a little bit dangerous there. But again, I think we need to kind of look at this tempo overall, because they're walking into, I don't say a blind side, but they're leaving it so very
I mean,
late.
they're walking into
Maju.
stack sides. I think this,
Ah,
that was what I did. I saw it on the X-ray and I was like,
Tadi Patek
What did it hit,
bisa
but-
itu.
Again, here, I think
teman-teman.
there's maybe a little bit of hesitation from Nats in elbow here. This whole time the Patatek's under this pressure in towards Hart. I think maybe Nats expecting a swing to come his way. And even a chance here when you find that first kill for Trex, maybe just to peel away a little bit. A beautiful clutch from Xiao, regardless.
oh, this flash and the horn off.
That's
It's a
perfect.
really nice idea. It's a shame it wasn't rewarded more almost. That's what I want to be seeing though, these little kind of pocket plays, these small, small little trap plays. And it does show that Liquid have definitely been putting this in the wheelhouse.
Patty just tucked into that corner created by the wall as well. Not there's anything, I mean, we've seen Angel actively clearing with the fragment in mid, so
I know exactly where you are.
Neural Theft's gonna be all the information they need. No, it's just Trex here.
The Frost's going to be contested, and Navi went out in both scenarios. I thought there could have been a bit more pressure there, but there was always the eventual swing from Alex if needed. And Navi,
Merata
gotta say,
gitu,
methodical.
cepat.
I question mark the timing and the tempo sometimes, but thus far, they're 4-1. They are looking solid here.
Clean anti-eco from Navi. Expect to see a good timeout potentially here. I'm kind of with you, yeah, it's a shame they're not rewarded further for this and actually concede a kill as well. The layering of the flash over to make sure the reveal does ping. Well, Liquid, we've got a couple of tricks up their sleeve.
Yeah, but they ain't getting the rounds, right? 1-4 now. Timeout comes in. They want to try and stop this early, get a beat on this. And I know Navi are playing these deep defaults, but I'd love to see them commit a little further. If you're not going to commit to that full mid-fight, which is fine.
Yeah, the concern
Get those
always comes from,
extremities.
yeah, well, exactly what I was going to say for Liquid is where do they actually decide to shift their focus. There's some ultimates available now. Camo, the only one missing. Side of Navi is just the Neural Theft, which you saw invested in the previous. So stacked in terms of this ult cycle on both sides as we enter round 6.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that Camo's just not firing back yet either. It's not necessarily a big issue, necessarily. It's not one of those that's like a big red flag, but you kind of need him to get a little impact going now.
Oh, crazy stats. Angel and Xiao on rosters together for 1,895 days. How many years is that?
Together
How many
longer.
I think we probably have been casting together longer, yeah. That's the next toasty, how long we've been casting together. Days.
Yeah, okay. Viper's Pit, O towards A, so commitment towards that. Again, I'm just keeping my eyes on the positioning here. Trex kind of no man's land, and it looks very direct from Na'Vi. Maybe expecting this play up on the extremities, but also when you're going to hear that Viper's Pit, you kind of want to approach it in a similar essence. Now, these side takes were actually very nice if you looked at their previous game.
No,
now,
I was going to say, no dash on the back of the flash over the top, so he's almost missed this first wave. Maybe not seeing something, or seeing something I don't like, however. Curious to see the decision making here, particularly towards mid for Na'Vi, considering the placement of this pit. Now, I'm seeing Angel walk back this way.
Get out of my way!
They're just looking to overwhelm
I guess
him.
with the ult from Xiao, and he's still got a Prowler to send, so they can just hunt him down.
Still got a snake bite here, so they can't really.
Okay, stalled. There goes the Prowler, where's the kill? It's not happening. Trex is going to find Ruxic, and Na'Vi might have blundered on this one.
Oh gila jadinya dari flank dia.
30 seconds left.
I'm not sure. This is now getting really weird.
Ketahuan.
This is not
Jetnya, cuy.
a great round. Nats has done enough by sheer presence alone.
Xiao's through, Angel's here in the pit.
One enemy remaining.
Aduh.
Not liking what I'm seeing here.
Nah, this
Jetnya dua kali.
I feel like they could have just committed to that dash in towards B, if I'm honest. You know, yeah, you may imagine there's a stack there because the pit's on the other side, but
Ente dah 24.
again, he was able to stall them out very well. They couldn't really navigate around it, and it put Xiao in an unwinnable position. So round will trick away, and Liquid gonna make it up to 2 here. But again, I think that was a Na'Vi mistake, but well done to Liquid to capitalize on it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because look at the investment. The only thing, not. Oh. Yeah, I mean, freebie for Trex. And also here, considering the possibility somebody else to slip through, but this investment from Na'Vi was everything but Angel's ultimate.
God, yeah, it was everything. Ooh, and see it fall so flat. That's not a nice feeling. But you can chalk that up as just a misstep and a mistake. But we need to see Na'Vi correct quickly from that, because that is an opportunity for Liquid now to start picking up that mantle. Might not be dealt with very early, and this time they're actually starting to show a little bit more presence in middle.
So here's the thing, if Liquid can deal with the knives and they're not unbreakable knives, then we'll see the pop towards B though.
Lovely paranoia as well, similar pathing coming out from Alex, but the reveal good, but couldn't make anything of it just behind the walls there. Alex now having to turn around and try and help as this connector play back in from middle is going to be right with Liquid players. Plants can be coming in as Camo stepping forward, trying to take a bit of space back, bit of safety back, flash to follow. Ult going to go in.
Flash
Na'Vi
terus.
Play on the side, not the idea. Now these corners not looking so clean as Camo. Takes down Xiao. More to be done, but he's doing real well.
Ace.
I wanted to see him step up.
Ace.
He is. One more to locate.
Ace.
Shot.
Ayo kamu.
Camo.
Kasih kamu, kasih kamu.
Ace required.
Ace.
Absolutely done it. 0 to hero in 1 round.
Said he couldn't find his footing just yet. But an ace found here in round 7.
Ace. Kamu.
Beautifully executed retake here. Again, a ton of pressure coming through onto side. But he's allowed to just exist here.
And that's why I'm surprised Na'Vi was so committed to playing on site like this. I know there's a lot of quick pressure, I get that. But surely you'd rather be sat either towards CT fight or back towards main.
These plants in particular requires really deep progress into elbow, control of heaven.
True.
Make it much harder for the defenders to get back in. What a round from Camo. Ultimate online now for him.
I've got to say, this is the first time we really haven't seen much attention towards, or commitment behind mid.
Yeah. I mean, once Liquid
sides.
have got the rifles in hand and maybe get a feel for, they hadn't figured out from the footage how Na'Vi are approaching.
First time we see someone actually commit down middle.
I think Paxtech was here on an eco previously, right? But this almost looks like a set piece around that wall now.
Yeah, I feel like he was further up, kind of towards this side of it, just tucked into that little cubby, but he might have actually shifted down further.
I think he was behind the wall, on the, but he got revealed, I think.
Let's see if Camo gets recorded here. It's going to be a lovely position, and God, how gutting for Na'Vi. The first time they do is to keep patient, though. That one just too far, but they still check Xiao, super diligent. And Trex forced up the angle instantaneously, the paranoia, the prowlers. They can scale up well here. There's still Trex and Kiko on this side of the map. Kiko not clean today. Normally you'd almost back him on that every single day of the week. The guy is sharp as hell, but Liquid keep them further afield here. That's better. That's the man you know.
Gak ketahuan.
Waiting for this Kiko starting to get into control.
One enemy remaining.
Just one left to find now.
Spike down A.
It's just Ruxic. Have a rifle in hand. Not a consolation, but Patitek to clean up. Maybe a little off sync in terms of the cooldown here for, well, so the toxin actually for Nats. Maybe set something in motion because, like I said, we've seen Angel clear some of these angles with the fragment previously. Just a dry walk up.
Enemy.
Now finds it very easily. So maybe just not got a grasp on the timing here.
Poison's off.
Noted it, Kiko. Much like Camo, I
Enemy remain.
reckon he heard you.
But aside from Kiko, there's also someone that I'm constantly keeping my eye towards. It's going to be Trex.
Time out, bro. Time out, bro. Time out. Time out. Trax. A second rounds ago, watch his egg in VCT. Camo.
Yeah, that's wild actually.
That's kind of nuts. Okay. I have to start reinvesting that horn to mid now that we've seen someone like, you know, Camo slipping down and what have you. And Trex gonna find Ruxic this time. That felt silly.
Absolutely scot-free. Was there a flash on top of that or something? But
what?
Navi wants to flip this back in their
Whoa,
face.
Liquid! You had that one! You had it in hand! And NAVI clawing it back somehow. That's one will be set free though, so they're still gonna have vision on it. Natso isolating Alex. And it just breaks down into this all-out deathmatch down mid. Kiko forced off the angle. They want to stick around on this, and that's why Kiko.
Ulti Kikonya.
That's what's needed.
Actually gets ahead of Angel here.
Pinter banget, dikena gunting dong.
Beautiful from Liquid.
Pinter banget Kikonya.
I mean, yeah, with the freebie to
Pinter
open
banget
and the wall, they
Kikonya.
have to crunch. If Navi opt to actually push through this wall when it's up, Liquid should be able to clean that up.
Itu enggak pakai
I'm
feeling
not sure if there
itu.
was a flash to really set.
Predict. Itu namanya
There
predict.
was, yeah, over the top here to maybe put.
Even pun dari itu mah.
Okay, it catches
Langsung
you.
juga.
Yeah,
Udah
so if the TP's
diperhitungkan
maybe
gitu.
half a second later, then maybe Trex doesn't get that kill.
Cover going out.
Okay, we've got the Outlaw out. And obviously that means then you look to the right side, you look at those light shields. Plenty. And pace from Alex though. Straight through. There's Camo on the other side to take down Angel. The support system on that. Just about everyone getting involved in that kill.
Klasik.
Navi still desperate to
There.
contest mid here.
Enggak, klasik Arsenal. Arsenal.
Especially here, considering once more they found the first blood.
Huh?
Get another POV on that one, please.
Yeah, pretty pleased with a cherry on top. I don't think Patitek's gonna be happy about that either. He's the one who got punished, but it looks like the round will go the way of Liquid, at least so far. But that's a recovered rifle from Ruxic. Smoke back up in 4. Has ult as well. He's doubled up in the site. Can he isolate? No. Camo too clean with it. Shout with a good trade, and the upgrade probably close enough to hand. That's a bit of full stop in the round, but was Dizzy asleep at the wheel or what?
Will we see it? This is what we want to see.
They would. No, the replay team
the variation here as well on some of the reveals towards mid. Another multi-kill Camo as well.
Yes.
Next time, Alpha, don't see it.
Guys.
Project Mayhem in tatters.
Guys. Must have been the wind, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, back to business. Shao got ult, Hero's got his, so does Ruxic. Camo on the other side too. Couple nearby,
Paranoia
Trent's
datang.
not too far off. Paranoia goes.
Pada sedih Dutch.
Pace change from NAVI as well, but have to sit behind this orb for the time being. See,
Dia kan dikit tinggal nunggu aja ya.
behind this with a smoke of his own.
Gak usah aneh-aneh.
Now, I mean, basically, full reset in terms of the early
Oh,
round.
worth it loh. Viper di sini, guys.
See a ping towards elbow here. Camo's already setting up another TP to rotate. He does have his ultimate as well, so.
Suppressing.
One, I think Paddy got caught by that too.
Ketahuan Alexi. Ini kayaknya Alex jetnya dari NAVI Alexi kayak kecepatan masuk sih.
Unmoved, unaffected, unfazed by
Sering
what
banget
NAVI
kecepatan
will do.
masuk.
This looks very reminiscent of that game against Apex, the same sort of pathing and trajectory. However, Liquid much better at
Harusnya
handling
belum
this.
entry
Get a
dia
little
gitu.
cheeky with a TP from Ruxic, but 20 seconds left now. Going to be forced to hold on to these rifles. Again, right place, right time for Liquid as well.
Udah
Big
7-4.
investment
Up lagi.
from NAVI.
10
Ah,
seconds
bisa.
left.
I think as well, even though I was crediting the B
Malah
side
nggak
for the
udah bisa.
flash dash
7-4.
versus Apex.
I feel like it's already been.
Well, yeah, here it seems like the second,
Delapan
third
empat,
man in line. So going to find everything on the cleanup here.
That's big.
Last round in the half.
Yeah, we enter round 12.
Yeah.
8-4 kah?
Going to be, I think only Guardians in. Nobody actually had
Padahal ini
33
matchnya
for
NAVI
the
sih. Kita nggak tahu yang
Light Shield
mereka defend
rifle
mereka.
purchase.
And look, again, this was the discussion about the validity of Jet here, right? This conversation, is it going to be enough once teams get used to it? It doesn't look like it is, right? This looks very comfortable for them.
Rustic.
Bro.
I got a respect stick on that.
Nah, honestly, he's committed. No fear of commitment from
And
him.
the best thing is you just see nobody else pass through the wall on main.
Nah,
Odin.
brilliant. Brilliant. Like the reveal we saw almost from Sen there as well. Over the top. But again, no one's in middle.
Yeah, I think in this round in particular, difficult for NAVI to really contest. And I think even with how this half has gone, maybe not feeling as confident as they were previously.
Saling high kah?
Slow creep up now, though.
Yeah, and it's weird because obviously when I play this game, it feels so, no, I don't want to say attack-sided, but it feels like you could be a real problem on this map, but so far it does look like it's that defensive side, statistically the case. So it doesn't feel like it with those rotations, but the numbers don't lie.
Aduh, aduh.
Good shit. Does need to stick around, go up towards that Vandal. Alex again, look, it's just, it feels like it's losing its steam so quickly here. Both players though kind of cornered towards elbow. Rounds for Liquid already, not too bad at all. Kiko just needs to kind of play calm here. Alex.
10 HP. Tough to get the bait storm going now.
Yeah, you don't really get much
hit the
room for
rotate.
error.
8-4.
Nats heard all of
1,
this.
2.
Yeah, lovely stuff, Navi. What are you doing here? Oh,
Hei,
15 seconds? Go on, just walk into it.
3. Oh, udah selesai
This one
8.
fizzled out. Liquid getting a grip on this game, it feels like. They've learned the process very quickly. After those initial, very early, big 4 rounds.
Yeah, Liquid certainly finding the recovery here.
Oh, nggak farap kan?
So closing out 8-4. Have to see how successful they are in the second half.
Spike down mid. Give me this. One enemy remaining.
into control. Round 6 onwards, it was clean.
I think maybe the criticism being it was a little one-dimensional previously. This is the round review from what we were a little curious about.
That's not helped.
Well, any knowers?
John Riot in the building, unhappy.
We've
now.
had some weird interactions with just Valorant recently.
Yeah, we have the Raze ult that goes through the box on, what is it, Lotus?
The KO ult that gets shut down in Tree, I think it was Ballsy, right?
Yes.
They're just like, nah, you don't get a second chance.
I mean, look, I was laughing at the dart, but he did also have a bounce on it.
He had the bounce on the dart. Yeah, it's not been a good week for utility in EMEA.
No,
that's for sure.
But you know what? A great opportunity for feedback and
great content.
Great content.
Great content.
Yeah, I love the way you saw it from that way, and I'm just like, oh, maybe they can fix it. 8-4. Righty. Let's see what Liquid look like on the attack. Well, one of them's having a little look at the map. It looks.
And this is where I'm excited to see if they do have anything around camo in particular. See, now having
cutting through
variation of the composition. Straight in.
Nah, ini tim Liquidnya entry. Ini kan. Kalau ada Cypher. Aku sih nggak terlalu ya, karena mereka punya vehicle yang fit yang bisa untuk ngecek dalamnya.
Very populated here.
Yes, it is. And Hero's got his rat traps down, but doesn't seem to matter because Panitek's already killed him. Sight now swarmed. Liquid take control here. You're looking at the fight back from Na'Vi, but Liquid turn their attention towards the connector, and it is just a brawl. Very, very messy between the two. Good reveal on that, but no one able to close it down.
We'll get this plant off,
yeah. Can someone move to the plant? No, not yet. Pausing. Trying to tempt them closer.
Well, hang on.
Where Nats is not here yet. This is really rather deadly. Oh my word, you're a lucky boy, Alex. Do you stay alive that long? And Nats there to finally help out that.
Sheesh.
Didn't love it.
Didn't love it, but it's around on the board. I mean, the timing of the knife here was actually here. I was going to make a point really for Angel in the first half. The man you kind of want to mark with the knife is either the Sentinel or somebody to kind of, I mean, potentially Trex on the other side of things, but
30 seconds
here, it's probably the most valuable knife we've seen in terms of preventing this pop in the pistol. Have to keep an eye. Same thing in the second half. I mean, sitting at 4-11, a very, very different
kalau tengok dari gaya main gini ya.
I guess versus Apex.
That was nice, though. That was very nice. Needs to be calm about this one. If they want to do any more. They've got a sheriff on Ruxic, but it kind of does come down to Alex to do a little bit more with this. I've never been rewarded in this spot.
No.
Not once in my life.
It's not a good spot.
Oh, Pixel, hello. He smacked his head again.
Aduh.
Alex is back up.
Ketahuan.
Alright, Alex is better than me at Valorant. Who'd have thought it? Does make good value of that.
Dapat
You can see that Liquid are kind of capitulating here, right? Held off a little bit, looking a little bit fraught, a little frayed at the edges, but ahead of that, that was some damage on
kill, yeah.
Wingman off to do his job, but not easily for bodies. And now he's down at Captain trying to save the day, Na'Vi! Turn it on a dime with a pace safeguard thrifty. Lovely work from them. And a little hesitant on the step out from Liquid there.
Very. Almost, I mean, yeah, hesitant on the step out, but then almost a massive overstep walking into some of these tighter angles. Oh.
Hello.
I mean, the second here, that's when it gets really worrying because of the damage done previously here. I mean, Angel's able to hit a jumping right click. Reset Liquid early on in the second half. It's still 4 rounds to the good.
Hold on, I'm looking over at the minimap. I think it's Kiko. Yeah, that was really nice. Hope we can catch that one back. A little set piece up middle to scale up with. It worked out well. Needs to get the kill. Now, sadly, beyond that, it is a hero round. Line up, send them into the next. Na'Vi round by round getting a bit closer here.
So, a little variation on the trips as well there from Hero, so...
He's been doing his homework.
Yeah, he's definitely... Well, I mean, Liquid in general have to be careful how they approach it.
The C's that came in too, that kind of surprised me. There's the reveal for it. Yeah, C's to follow as well. That was nice to set it up. That's a good way to scale up in mid if they want to kind of bring that back out. That's certainly puts a bit of a flag in the
I'd love to see actually how the C's is throwing over the top as well.
Yeah. They'll never do it again.
No. No. Shown it once, that's it. You don't get the official take.
Nah.
Now the operator. And for Alexi.
Hero's got to be careful now.
You see over the top of this smoke as well, so that's looking to.
I know, it's pelan dong NAVI dah.
Patstech going to invest here, trying to catch it.
Still going to be in play. Could be an issue, but he can't get there in time. Camo's done exceptionally well. That value of the Yoru looking solid on this sort of take. Bonds up next. The operator acquires possession pretty far off for now, unless they get a pick soon. Feeling like this one is going to shift away.
Definitely a tough retake for NAVI to crack open. Yeah, Patsy. I was going to say an awkward engagement potentially. Paranoia invested as well. Revealed.
And look how off-site they're playing.
Get a little fruity with it here.
In the post-plan, I still like this. This wrap up towards heaven, they've done several times now. It's actually looking kind of nice. Nats still being a nuisance from CT. Not the same sort of issues we saw on the other side, but it's just down to Rusik, and it's going to be hard now. One bullet in the rifle, last hit the reload, and time has pretty much gone. He wants to keep the rifle if he can. But again, you look at those post-plan positions, Mike, we were asking this of the other side. The fact that Nats is slipping CT, playing up towards that kind of heaven side as well. Not just him, those other players with him. It's nice to see they've definitely done their time in this map.
It's the focus point, really. NAVI's been way back through connector. Once Hero falls, it's not really been
so nice.
I mean, similar pathing to what we saw Alexi adopt on the Jet as well, but again here, just the ability to get fully into that corner, break some of the crossfires on backside, safe from elbow. So it requires, I mean, you never want to tuck into that close cubby on the choke, but now as we see, actually, yeah, this is the close corner, but now we're seeing his position up towards heaven.
Okay.
Maybe a little safer for NAVI, but Camo.
He's
seen a ton of bodies.
People. Nice little smoke for him.
Going off this.
Yeah.
Trip. We've been talking about these little setups that Hero had. And he's done nicely on that. Gets the reward. I don't think that got cleared previous to now. What? We are seeing some madness here. CP out trying to draw the eyes, but they're still here. Aztec still needs to get away if he wants to.
Aduh, kejauhan.
See where the
bisa rotate.
Kiko all the way
bisa
behind
rotate itu.
site.
30 detik.
Again, the size of CT in general, there's
Omnya smoke sini.
distance.
Omnya smoke sini. Ini kan mereka nggak nampak. Mereka rotate dari mid.
It's difficult for the defenders to really hear where that Omen CP is.
Aduh, jauh banget, coy.
Now, Ruxic does have
Dari
ulti.
sini
They're
kan.
be in a massive panic about this, and they're going to have Chow semi-nearby. This comes if Kiko wants more space. No, not the case.
30
so
seconds
TP
left.
gets taken.
Ulti.
They're somewhat equidistant to each other if you're looking at Xiao, and now the TP through Ruxic. Plenty of steps heard. Prowler sent in. Gives away position.
Ketawa.
Has to fall off. Prowler back in. Kiko now noted. Exchange of util here. Back and forth. Seas does land. He's in a bit of trouble here, is Kiko. In the meantime, we've got a gap close coming in as well. Look at the wrap here.
Aduh.
And it's going to be Ruxic rewarded. Take that wrap around elbow, denying that little approach towards sight. And look at this pacing. They have no idea because of the util going up from the fade. It's a mess here, but Panitek left in the 1v1. HP on his side. Nicely handled.
For a second, I had to doubt myself.
Like, which team's
who we were watching for
Where
a
did
second.
they get a gecko?
Well, the wrap back through mid, like you said, on the back of the Defen. Absolutely beautiful. So there was a moment here where I thought Liquid was just going to brute force. That shot is absolutely ridiculous, by the way.
Oh, that was the kill. Well, yeah, this. And I guess, as I said, he could just W key it, right? They were caught by the util. They were held back there. Why not go for it?
Nice!
Bloody hell. Bold play, too.
Yeah,
bold
very.
play. NAVI now pumping the brakes.
Rightfully so. Liquid have shown probably been preparing this to an extent. A couple of really nice set pieces we've seen. Kiko's gonna ping on to Shao. Snake right inside the smoke as well, I believe. Gonna have to sit back and spectate for the time being.
Yeah, he's being kept alive, what feels like a smoke. The angle's not looking nice, but he's still actually managed to dig out Camo from this. Gets his reward as Alex now tries to take a step forward, falling off the back of the Prowler, catches Nats. To rifle loose, but 10 HP not enough. Trex now joining, Shao still firing on the site itself. How's he the one who stayed alive this long?
Well, second as well.
Oh, you thought that was third! Oh, that was close.
GG 13-6 guys.
Have to give position. Cage there. But Kiko's the problem. Trex is down low. Oh, he's going for this. As a tap. Oh, they just get him together in the end. Team Liquid in unison handling it well enough to push up to 12. Yeah, got a little close up against Chico, but still.
Match point.
The round deficit for Navi now becoming a big point of interest.
Again, the finances got to be rough. It's got to be clean in the next few rounds if Navi want to close the gap. Patatech was, I mean, Nats one away. Decent progress for Trex, but consideration to make here. Considering Angel and Shao both have their ultimates on the other side. Actually, aggression here from Navi. Brooks have got to be, I was going to say, very careful on the retreat, but it's like Liquid immediately going to pivot back over towards A-Link.
Yeah, trying to just take up towards Link, get a player posted.
I love that quick response, actually, on the back of feeling that pressure outside B. They know there's a weaker side towards mid. Unfortunately, don't progress any further.
How far do you go fact-finding for Alex? Because Trex is down there. Super passive. Again, this kind of 1-3-1, holding the extremities on both sides, but the fight's here. Trex been focused the whole time. That's a pixel. Oh, man. Not getting the kill is wild. Yeah. Trex gets to live on 49.
Big to note the operator as well, though, in this scenario. So if Liquid want to try and get behind this, will be revealed once more. Flashed once more as well.
Yeah, this is hard to not just keep backpedaling. Alex just wants to be able to play. Let him play the damn game.
30 seconds
Angel gonna lead the way, it looks like. Gets a fair fight on one, but quickly traded by Camo. And Alex, who's been blind for the last 4 weeks. Desperate to work in, but Kiko navigating around. Oh god, it's a brutal round.
Easy win gini, bro.
Heart goes out to him almost.
Udah selesai.
And there's the pit.
Up lagi.
Oh, this is a nice reaction, but no Prowler to really be rewarded off it. So Camo fighting forward now. He's just holding this down. Seized up though, gonna be clear. Hero
hey.
making a go of this one.
Hey.
Nats now last man alive. If you want someone cool under pressure, it will be the man on the screen. The target up there. Well handled by Navi. The final moments of this round.
Certainly. Should have been closed out by Liquid here. See Navi considering the reposition back towards Heaven because Nats has been so present towards Elbow.
30 seconds left.
Just can't capitalize off this pit. Timing on this crunch brutal towards Elbow. Navi will live to fight another day.
Goes here.
Liquid bringing some stingers in. Just looking to burst onto B here, but towards the earlier setup we saw from Hero.
Here. One suppressed.
Comes the layering. Hard to find a comfortable position on the side, but it's enough to stop them at least on entry.
Just popped his ult as well. Maybe hitting the panic button here just to stop them from committing towards this Stinger rush. Clearance in towards mid here. Shao early on was controlling the space, but didn't necessarily have a confirmation.
Camo.
Oh, he nearly got rewarded for it. He still is.
He absolutely is. Camo with a big pickup on 2. Hero's doing so well with Shao though. Great synergy towards the side, making it very uncomfortable for Liquid to to solidify this post plant. Camo looking for space. Hero deep on the other side, gets crouch peeked into, leaving Alex and Chow with a mountain to climb. Difficult operator to play with.
Yeah.
And these angles, look how close these corners are. This is so hard to scale up on. Chow with the Guardian, sure, but Nats just creeps off the corner, played in perfectly. Team Liquid closing down.
And guys, easy win. Tim Liquid map pertamanya. Sampai jumpa di map yang kedua. Kita akan top streaming.
person you need to listen to because we've brought on a guest to support the desk. A more established, more handsome coach. Sorry, my name is just now that was probably too far. Pal, welcome. How are you feeling on your off day? You're coming here to watch Valorant. That is a commitment to the game that I can get behind.
Yeah, it's a surprise, but a welcome one to be here. I've got teams to watch later on at the second game of the day, and some ideas perhaps how to play Corrode a little bit better as well to steal.
I love that you mentioned that. We have the compositions, as you can see in the back. Coming into this one, we had, of course, we had already seen NAVI playing last week. You have your own approach to Corrode. So when you see these compositions being what the rest of the region are doing, what do you make, especially if Team Liquid, since it's showing it today?
I like your hesitation as you bring that up. Yeah. I like Liquids. It's obviously very similar to ours. I like the way that they are not really playing into a super heavy defensive comp on this map. I think it makes a lot of sense. You look at Navi's on the other side, and they've gone fairly standard. They've gone for something that, it's bread and butter, Valorant, double initiator, KO plus a recon initiator. They know it's going to work, but how good is it for the map, really?
Listen,
who knows?
Listen. So you're mentioning double initiator, and the person that was sitting on that
Yeah, double initiator, fantastic. You're only running it on every single map. I think it's the best.
I know what you're doing.
I'm gonna write that down. Yeah.
Get that noted for your
I know what you're
Sheriff's
doing.
also
I see what
bad
you're
by any
doing.
chance. I'm just trying to understand if everything Minnie told me was a lie or if it was just the double initiator thing.
Yeah, but more important than the double initiator, I think that is the comfort that we find for the side of Team Liquid. And someone that was very, very comfortable was Nats. Any map that you manage to get Nats on a Viper, he's going to have an insane performance. And it is especially in the high pressure moments because Navi had very good executes towards B with all the Fade utility. And it feels like there's nothing that can stop Nats. He's going to be covering all those angles. He's going to be ready to catch players off guard and just move around the side and find all of the value. The way that he was playing in his ultimates, the value that he was spending, again, every single round, to him, it doesn't matter the map.
Exactly, and this is what Nats has been so good at for so long, especially on this agent, but you can really start to see the value of Viper defensively on this map. It's why it seems to be looking like a fairly defense-sided map this early in the meta, because B is the most easy place just to explode, to pop, to play these fast rounds on attack side, and if you have that Viper with someone as skilled as Nats playing it on the B side, you can lock down that side pretty comfortably.
I like that there's so many people playing smokes that are also just fragging. I'm appreciating that.
But Nats is on a different tier.
Nats is clearly on a different level, which I
but
respect.
it's like he plays like the strongholder, so he's like the Viper, the more sentinel kind of smokes, you know, with the Viper.
So as we look ahead, TL obviously fantastic start. Nats looking super good. What are we looking for as we get ready for map 2? What do we have our eyes on for this? This was obviously Navi's pick, pretty crushing that they do lose as they had more experience. We now know that TL can play it. Seem pretty damn prepped, which is obviously going to affect future series, but now we're looking at Sunset.
I think that there is something very important to take away if Team Liquid is able to win on Sunset. And it's the fact that they are going to be able to prove that they've come into this stage with a good bind, a good Corrode, and a good Sunset. We were having this question of, hey, the new maps, how are the teams going to be doing? Where Team Liquid has definitely done their homework.
Absolutely, I think that's the really, really key thing.
Halo. Udah.
work, they could also move towards putting Kiko on an Omen, putting Nats on the Viper. Like, there are so many things that they can do here, and maybe move on to the double initiator if they wanted to, since you like it so much and everybody loves it. But we have already seen what Kiko can do on the smokes, and it is time, I think, Dracos, that you also can see what this guy does on the race, because yes, he's a brilliant smoker, but he's an even better duelist. Like, yes, it's out of this world.
Look, I'm a simple player. I see the dopamine, I see the double blast packs. I remember when people were first cooking that up on Haven, I was like watching the montage, like, do we have this kind of movement in Valorant? I would love to see more of that here. I think the other thing for me, for Navi, we talked already about how the map, the way the map selects shaped out. Bind is 3. You're on Sunset now, you have to win, and the boogeyman waiting over your shoulder is like, even if you win here, you then have to play TL on Bind. It's a terrifying prospect, and I would love to get your follow-up, Pal, but apparently we are ready now to get in the game, so send things over to Pansy and Hypod.
Okay, well, we'd like to hear from Pal too, but, you know...
You want to come up here?
Yeah, come on, mate. Come on. Don't let Mitchell Tom have you all the time.
You know where we are.
Yeah, he won't turn up. Nah. Probably right.
Mini will spawn in somewhere in a minute.
Right, so looking at this, I feel like I don't see these teams on this map all that often in my mind. For some reason, it's not hitting too freshly, but again, I guess for me...
I was going to say, I'll tell you what is hitting freshly.
Oh.
NAVI dropping this to Apex.
Yeah, true.
That's still a fresh wound.
Yeah, I think I was looking at it from the Liquid perspective, but you're right. No, I'm...
Ever the optimist.
Yeah, look. If I just forget the bad stuff, it means it doesn't exist. But we are now seconds away from map 2. And NAVI, well, they feel like they banked on map 1 with this in mind.
Yeah, certainly, again, just to have the desk gas him up as well, Kiko. Headshot percentage is absolutely disgusting. So I'm excited to see here in Camo can get up to. Again, shift of focus, I guess, away from Trex here.
Where are we going?
We're stacking up.
We're stacking up. Okay.
On the other side of this, the closest player being towards tiles. Very proactive pistol here. Again, almost faking off the prowler here. Everybody passes, so...
Oh, I like it. Now, looks like... Oh, okay, he gets one.
Still wise to it.
They see the second. So they know there's something a little bit up in middle, but... Oh, Camo!
Another race?
Decimating!
Another race?
This could be another race. He's 10 HP, but he's... Does he spot Angel? See him in time. Let him ace. Oh,
now we know.
Here we go. Kiko, nice. Kiko, yes. Yes. Oh, that could have been. It could have been, but still around nevertheless. That would have been.
Yeah.
Look at you on the tosties. Hungry.
Another map to get through first. Yeah, beautiful. Proactive pistol here from Liquid.
What the heck? Is that last one on Alex? Is that control back? Yes, aim. Very nice.
And wise to the possibility it could have been bodies behind the prowler. I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Comedy genius.
Are there churros in the building? There is somewhere, right?
Probably.
Are you coming back through to collect the orb outside B once more? Get progress for Angel.
Ini sunset.
Only 3 left
Udah lama
behind.
lah tim Liquid sini.
Be a big ultimate to potentially bring into round 3.
That's a rough bit of timing on that as well. Now they're still going to leave a player posted here. The pathing is bizarre. Back through tiles now. They're just taking the tour of the map. I think they've seen it before, Mike.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Getting the grips again.
Right. Okay. Top mid. Okay, cool. Caesar's looking quite nice though. Yeah, really well controlled by Trex there.
Yeah.
Looking so calm as well. Follows up, knowing that they're going to be here. Where's the plan? Some of these TPs from him, man, have been absolutely nuts.
It's been a good week for utility and ability usage here in the EMEA. Angel, fine. I think that leaves him one away, if I'm not mistaken now. So a chance on the back of...
We'll let Bayer know.
Yeah.
We'll let him know. Yeah. He's probably not watching. Nah, dips out. I'm kidding, she's gonna come here and kill me. But I like this from Trexo, right? This
very
composure.
defensive, yeah.
He's always been this kind of like very calm player. You don't see him kind of losing his cool here. But for Trex, that's good to see. I want to see more of that kind of play style from him, looking ready to go.
Where'd that hand come from?
I don't know, but it scared me a little bit. It scared me a little bit. There we go. Back underway.
Where are you?
This is the bonus. Look at this one. Still got the Guardian there. Phantom. Camo. The Outlaw. How many light shields do we have? Only one, actually. On Angel. Tootsie seen. And Kiko. Gonna find that. So Alex going down early. That's not a pretty way to do it, but Ruxicon's just taking damage.
Yeah, just tanking that. Has felt safer inside the smoke and the fragment. Paranoia sent through, doesn't catch up to Trex, so still a chance, but the pinch is perfect from Angel.
Yeah, Camo allowed to survive for a little bit longer, but it was all a matter of timing, and he heard those steps behind, decided to commit to it, but the plan going to come in now. 3v2. Kiko, HP affected earlier on. Nats with that slow walk back with the Outlaw. Playing over towards default. That's a lovely paint shell to push him out of position. Really nicely done, but what's the next step here? It looks like
Almost
Navi...
going to trade places, yeah. Navi very
Stacking
aggressive, but conceding all this space towards site.
And where's the plant? It's not a brilliant plant for them to try and play this off from. Now, I guess the side note is that they still had that dart. Kiko, this one's looking pretty much wrapped up with a bow here. Well handled in the end. I got a bit nervous for Navi. And it was a bonus, so it did cost Navi a good couple of these weapons, but I just get a bit scared when I see them doing stuff. I don't know why Navi makes me so nervous when they do.
Zoom here to find the first attack for Kiko. Beautifully done, but maybe Patitech a little overzealous, committing. Yeah, as soon as Navi kind of trade places with Liquid here, maybe feels a little uncomfortable, but this time around the TP, breaking that setup a little better.
Yeah.
Did note, obviously, Angel have his null command here. That's probably why we see Nats where we do.
Makes sense. Or he's AFK, so I do imagine it's that version of it. Liquid going for an early crunch. It's Alex to try and battle him back, but as it stands, a 3v2.
Now that TP.
Tickety-boo.
Not so sure about that one.
Cage triggered.
Hero now going to try and find something towards top mid.
That cage drops. Okay, Hero does take a second look back towards market. But Navi kind of have to give away the game wherever they go at this point.
Cage triggered. Towards wraparound on B. See Navi waiting for an engagement, and finally comes through from Nats. Hero will fall. Alexi now 57 HP. Try and find the plant at least. Gone. So yeah, they might even just finish the job here. Kiko will find it. 3 on the board, 3 rifles carried across. Yeah, off to a really good start here, Liquid.
Yeah, and even just kind of Nats playing quite safe towards top middle, even not, knowing that pressure could come that way. Kiko not overextending. We're seeing a lot of these very composed plays. Kind of re-hit as well worked out relatively well.
A little awkward in terms of the engagement here from Navi outside A. See a timeout called here very early on.
Frustrated there. Ruxic, I mean, top of the board, but doesn't seem happy about it so far. Maybe a little bit of frustration showing. As I can imagine they were hoping they'd at least get Corrode under their belt there. Now going to Sunset. It's quite hard to shake off. Do you? How does that make you feel?
Honoured.
Really?
Yes, very. Disagree?
No, it's just...
Okay.
It's not always negative, Mike.
It is.
No. Oh, no, Bea. No, I was speaking to Mike. Bea's here.
We're casting now.
Did you see the sign? Someone had a nice sign for you in the audience. I don't know where, but someone did have a really nice Kukuka sign over here, over that side. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there you go. Just in case you're wondering, Bea's behind us. If we could just turn it up. There you go.
You did say she was there.
That goes there.
Okay, well, Navi's buy is not going to be pretty into this round, so whatever the timeout was for won't be this, really. Maybe just an overall kind of check-in.
Yeah, I mean, obviously next round, probably going to see Alexi and Hero close to their ults as well, so Liquid happy to stand their ground once more outside A here. Pico, the one to retrieve the orb, so one away from the showstopper now. We have Camo's ultimate as well. Looking for Alexi to be the one to find a pick, potentially.
And I want to note how deep they're sitting in middle as well. Look at how Liquid are holding that top mid. There's 3 players, none of them actively wanting to look down towards that lower side. Yeah. And rightly so, right?
Liquid reading Navi's playstyle perfectly. They're happy to concede the space, almost knowing Navi are going to drift around the map and look for someone, something.
Palitech looks confident though, at least on the corner for now, can scale backwards, let Trex take that next layer of contact. Brilliantly handled, goes for a little bit of an extended spray, but the paranoia, the pain shell, it's all there. It's a shutdown. Alex can't escape fast enough. Liquid fully in control.
Showstopper in hand now for Kiko. Like you said, from the timeout, probably looking towards this buy round now. Still have no command here for Angel.
One enemy remaining.
Missing one for Hero and Alexi.
Here. White clean.
Yeah, rough.
Here.
Like you said, Liquid just don't even want to entertain the possibility of conceding the opener here on the anti-eco. That's well, best util, play a much deeper position.
Yeah, again, just so cognizant of that ult that sits in the hands of Angel, right? And they haven't felt much pressure towards that B side at all. Look at how they're playing this. It's a 4-1 and he's not even on site. Basically, half of this map currently being controlled by 2 of those trips. That's it. Now, maybe posturing for a retake if they feel like they have to a very deep rotation, giving up top mid to try and maybe control from this crunch point here. But Nats, yeah,
just ahead of the stun.
Yeah, you thought maybe he could have waited a second, but Angel on the trade, they're trying to fight their way forward, and that's the spike here. I don't love that. Now, fortunately enough, Brooksy does at least get to control.
Kiko's got a showstopper.
I'm surprised he didn't pop it earlier on, but maybe biding his time, and Angel, but back down to death. And the spike basically firmly in the hands of Liquid.
Now, Ruxic has the TP, so can retrieve it. See, they grab it now, but certainly doesn't feel very comfortable considering. Trip dealt with on the flank here, so Kiko
Spike planted.
Gonna reconsider his approach. It's Navi now looking to get aggressive toward Patitech's position.
That could speed up the other 2, right? You get that contact there, the temptation and the want would be then, okay, speed up through market, but they're still being cautious because they only saw 1.
I didn't catch the plant. Is it default or is it over towards stairs?
I think it's on the right side.
Oh, okay.
Right side by Pillar. Hero and Ruxic still focusing towards CT. They've picked their poison, but there's got to be a speed up here from Liquid. They've left this very late in the day, maybe trying to clear as they go, but actually it's fine because apparently Kiko can just knock down the door. Confuse, no problems with that. And again, this patient play from Liquid is spot on.
Yeah, I mean, they actually catch Nats with the null command as well, so a chance here, but he gets this kill just ahead of the stun taking effect. And then here to concede the spike, it's just so overzealous. I mean, the paranoia comes through, the seize lands. Like I said, Kiko is just waiting for the moment to open the showstopper up.
Oh, sure.
No, sir.
Fantastic play. Beautiful read of the map as well from Liquid. You see once they don't get the bite on A, 3 people towards top mid.
And again, this setup, this start is, it feels so bespoke to dealing with Na'Vi, and you can see why. Palitech, your reward on the back of the reveal. That's a nice synergy starting to come in. Kiko does get handled, but it's a shutdown again. This 4-1. They need to know about this now, Na'Vi. They can't keep running into this head first.
That's actually through Hero's cage as well. The reveal takes effect. Beautiful punish once more. Yeah, on Patitech's POV. Just fish in a barrel for him.
Nice, good job, guys.
Not too impressed himself with what NAVI brought into round 7.
Same start. You got to find this. You got to explore this somehow. You got to figure out what's going on here. And the reaction, they must have a tell on this one to go fight middle, and this just turns into a brawl. Kiko, the shaky aim. Kiebi would be jealous of this, but Xiao still standing and aim. I feel I haven't said much, which is a shame because Xiao can be such an impactful player. And a 2v2 is some of the classics here. Angel and Xiao standing together. Kiko, the big reposition, quietly doing so as well.
One off a showstopper again. Finds it just before the smoke.
God, what I wouldn't give to aim like that, man. Unreal, it's just so clean. Shout does go on the recovery mission, but the gap gets shut. Liquid have this on lockdown, Mike. There's no breathing room for NAVI.
We don't even really get a chance to pivot in some of these rounds. Liquid just one step ahead. So fresh. He's even here, just the adjustments are
it's wild.
there or thereabouts. Credit to Xiao in that regard to even the numbers.
Sure, I was playing aim labs on mid there. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
it literally was.
You
Yeah.
were. Small though. That's crazy. 7-1.
Second timeout.
Yeah. Well, what are you meant to say about this? It feels like they haven't figured out that A side stack. They haven't been clearing the util quick enough to really pressure that rotation back. And God, that's a lovely pair of glasses he's wearing there.
Wish I had them.
But yeah, this feels
I'd say again, just one-dimensional.
Yeah.
From NAVI.
Yeah.
Again, it's so reliant on, and again, if you look at the early round util, unless you're kind of finding nats with the knife or something a little more tangible, they're not really getting much off it.
Feel this red just doesn't feel nice. I'd love to see them explore B main early. I mean, the problem is now that obviously if you're Liquid, you'll put a body behind it, right? Is that like easy adaptation? So that temptation is like, okay, well now we'll just put like maybe Kiko a little bit closer towards market or keep someone a little bit nearer. So then do they go back to the basics?
Yeah. We get
It's a small sample size.
Fact check.
I do trust them.
I trust it. Still want to check.
Standing ahead.
Yeah, Angel, Guardian in hand, rifle for Alexi. Xiao, minimal investment. Yeah, dealing with this utility now. Early on. And looking to now draw the rotation, not allow Liquid to move as freely on the defensive side.
They still need to humble the likes of Camo, Padatek, you know, Trex. They've been keeping a real good watch on this A-site push-up, but NAVI have done enough, showing a little bit of presence towards B main early. But now where do we go? You've done part of this process. Clearing the trips, and Kiko wants to punish. Oh God, Camo's already stolen it. Yeah, and it's just space again. They're herding around the map. They're so confident in this now. Mid now back under the banner of Liquid, but NAVI in the meantime do spring towards B. If it...
What? Show me Angel POV for that shot.
PC. Alex just gets dunked on by Kiko, who looks so comfortable here. We haven't really seen this retake too often with these rifles. Angel's
Slayer standing.
Angel.
Really wanted that gun. He really wanted that gun.
Like, do you think I can have that?
Wait, guys, do you mind if I just, before you guys retake, but I've got a...
Flawless.
I mean, you didn't know how impactful the Guardian potentially could have been there.
Yeah, in-zone flawless, of course, as well, as matters just compound here. And maybe we do get to see Angel's match on. See, this was the mid-plunge that worked out wonderfully. Little re-clear towards it. Here it is. Perfect.
Spike planted.
Thank you, observers. NAVI look a little lost in the source here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do. I mean, not to take anything away from Liquid. They're playing the map really, really well. They know what space they have, what they don't, and where to shift the focus in the mid-round. NAVI don't have a lot of options, to be honest with you. We're just not seeing somebody break that trend on the side of NAVI.
Take flight.
So TP taken. That B site now earlier under contest. Camo, I was going to say forced to respect it, but they don't. They're so confident still. And that's a position works wonders. And now they're all noted. It's just the cleanup crew. Na'Vi struggling to get through B main. No split through market, no worry there. Trip still in play. It's all too singular, it's all too obvious, it's all too simple. That's looking dominant until now. Maybe a turn of events, but that spike down still within sight. Shall have what it takes here. Smoke actually gonna help him in that manner. At least gets the spike back. Paditech prowling closer.
You know now that the spike been retrieved, so Kiko already looking back towards mid. You can actually go through tiles here and actually catch Shao ahead of getting into lobby here.
30 seconds left.
There you go. Don't know if it'd even help at this point. Kiko looks like he can't miss. He's waiting on this one. Shao. Okay, that's really good info.
Ketahuan dong jalan mundur dia anjir.
Not much time to really
react
upon that.
Harusnya kedengaran ya ketika dia switch dari pistol ke
silent.
pistol.
The dart towards CT in case maybe Paditech had crept from that side, but he knows where Kiko's coming from now.
He's going to expect it. Kiko has no idea that Shao's going to be looking back this way.
No, not in this timing. So this is pure reaction. If Kiko wins this, pure reaction, not to be. Shao handles him well. This could be the Shao masterclass here. He knows he had a little bit of timing towards that almost short side approach back towards A off the back of the dart when he was getting the plant. Now Paditech
Dart's not
off the
up for
spike.
Shao.
Shock dart might have seen a pixel. He absolutely has. Shao with a brilliant round. Fighting 4 there to finally get a second round for Na'Vi.
And a Red Bull clutch, Lauren. Get them potentially back in the game.
Spike.
Need to close out 8-4 here if there's any hopes of recovery in the bigger picture.
Cool, crazy timing on A.
Bro.
Saw the barrel.
Bro. Yeah, Kiko's right. I mean, it's half a second either way. Kiko catches him there.
Yep. And as I said, if he hadn't noted that one little bit of the barrel showing over towards tiles, maybe wouldn't have considered it so quickly. But it was a brief moment of respite. We get back to business here. Paditech's confidence isn't really stopping. All eyes turn towards the man towards elbow. Do they consider Paditech? They should. Fighting hard for this space on A.
Posturing up so deep. Flash out of the smoke to force Na'Vi even deeper into spawn. And on the back of that, though, that's when you want to see Na'Vi capitalize somewhere else on the map. And we just haven't seen it. And it's not black and white, but there's 3 bodies here in mid that potentially could have made moves there.
And I like this adjustment, even though Nats is set up right, that deeper trip as well. Still going to have the one towards market because it hadn't been cleared too often.
I mean, they're putting B site up on a platter for Na'Vi.
Yep, just check if the cam sees nothing. Now he's around that. And the expectation out for the break of the trip too. Good information, but it will be now postured for a retake. The site, the pathing is mad to me. It's so scary to go through CT like this, but they have control. So market will be the place to be coming back in from.
I'm sure he's sent out. Did he get that first tag on camo? Yeah. Follow up though.
They're going to fight for market. Flash in. Angel trying to stick around here. Stand his ground here. Alexi on the side. Trank's going to clear. Angel and Hero. Good synergy on that. Fighting through from market and picking their poison, but Nats. Little fight for him. Now can Paditech get involved in this? No paranoia to play with the 2 smokes. Hero still on the site here, trying to play between them. Nats takes the attention and goes down for it. And Paditech unable to play out from this in the time, looking like it's going to be dwindling away, and it is. Na'Vi getting their 3rd now.
So if we can get back to 4, I mean, nothing short of a miracle considering how this half has at least felt from the outside looking in. Kiko toying with the idea of an op here. This time around, I mean, the initial aggression not rewarded, but all this free space manipulated by Na'Vi.
Okay, 8-3.
This goes here.
And they're just not giving up this 4-1, are they? Yeah, they've pulled Shao across towards this now to kind of have to be the player to, you know, show some presence on B, remove the trips. Shock Dart goes in. It does cause a reaction.
It leads me to believe there's still question marks from Na'Vi about how Liquid is setting up in the early round.
Mid-wall. Lexi, oh, so quickly cleared. And they get away scot-free. Where's the trade on that? I'd be fuming. Calmer than I am.
You flamed me for similar.
You've deserved it.
Ruxic has made progress to an extent. Camo, yeah.
Here.
Very tagged up on the other side of things. Ruxic tucked in again. Hit Trex on the walkabout as well.
Leave him alone. No, wait, Kiko, hold on. How have you made this look possible? That looked like it was all going Navi's way. I think Angel's lived around this spot for a year at this point, but he's slowly walking towards that A side. They have got the right place here.
I mean, Patty commits towards the TP here. Unfortunate timing. Kiko and Patty once more.
Left.
Last two standing here for Liquid in round 12 against Angel and Xiao. An ancient duo.
Ancient.
I don't mean age-wise.
Spike planted.
Oh. Angel.
Angel, that's a nade.
Bro, please, I'm
That's a
trying to
nade,
help
brother.
you beat the allegations here, but that's a bad one. Don't show. The problem is that everyone else has been cleared pretty much. You know, by process of elimination, the position gets pretty understandable. Kiko already crossing towards site, and he can defuse safely. There's nothing more to be done. The round slipping away here. Cross gets controlled. Yeah, he buys a couple of seconds. Defuse is there. It's a rough way to close out the half at 9-3. Kiko probably grinning about that one.
Switching sides.
And again, a highlight player here, Kiko. 18 kills to 5 deaths.
Yep, I wanted to see what he could do on the raise. Absolutely delivering here. Navi not really getting much going here on their attacking side, Lauren.
No, absolutely not. And again, while we wait for the second half, we're going to get to have a little bit of a moment to hear from the man who's been leading the forefront, really, for Liquid. So let's tune in and hear from Kiko himself on Team Liquid's run so far this year.
The coaching staff this year is very good. I think that
Lovely positioning just to cover him off. But
Not pinged actually on the dart.
no, but Navi are very nearby. This might get messy here.
A little awkward if no kill comes either way.
Oh, there it is. You jinxed it, Michael. A 2-to-1 trade out. Camo going down. Ooh, Kiko again, man.
Liquid baiting them into these peaks.
Yeah, that
Off the
blue
tap.
steel working well. Angel, what you got? Sheriff and a frenzy for Ruxic. Come on, Angel, hit some mad ones.
The penny.
Yeah.
Took a moment to drop there,
Yeah.
but Liquid on the cleanup. Find double digits with the pistol. And able to wait out some of that util long enough in main, and in that second smoke just catching the lineup. Yeah. Yeah, they could, I mean, play this really, really well in terms of playing out that first.
Wow, Angel killing me like this, bro. Crazy.
I say it, it's a problem.
Yeah.
But
Hiko said now, so we can just repeat it non-stop.
said. Away we go, off to the races. Pacey, again, the only slight variation to this is they do have a man towards middle. That's going to be Nats. Maybe tempering the pace just a touch, but it's Camo on the opener. Palitek with the follow-up, and none of these Sheriffs finding their man. Nats was... that one did. All right, Ruxic. Singing your praises at the start of the day. More of those and we're on board. But by now the site is swarmed by Team Liquid.
Yeah. It's tough for NAVI to find a way back in here. Ruxic's found an upgrade of sorts, but the 3 rifles here for Liquid certainly doesn't swing the odds in their favor. A man down either.
Palitek's been playing this position on that first half constantly, so he's locked in on
comfy
this.
here, yeah.
He's like, yes, I've been hit before, but Ruxic, better gun. Better gun wins. But the problem is that playing that game, Liquid now start winning. Rifles galore, but little by little, Navi trying to be threatening.
I think probably just trying to keep them interested.
Yeah, certainly are. Camo farming it up though. Yeah, clear enough stuff here. 11 rounds to Liquid. Looking solid on their map choice.
Sekali match-nya.
We will get a chance, a chance, potentially. Lot rides on round 15 here.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Rifles across the board, sure, no real ultimates on the brink. Hiko 21-6 though. I mean,
horrible to face, isn't it? It's like, well, he's just winning most of these fights here.
Is this a get him out of jail discussion? He's not in Smoke's jail.
No, he's not in Smoke's jail.
Cutting through.
He's all lying. Set up this time a little bit deeper on these trips. Back we go. Kiko, second man in, takes the fight, takes the corner, and takes the life of Xiao. Good trade from Angel, but the cross being watched. That's with a hanging headshot on Ruxic. Now the 2 players on CT trying to take that back pillar space, but as comfortable as they'd hope here.
Spike planted.
Angel the one slightly further ahead on this. Keep in mind that Alexi is still pretty far down middle. Hero this time, peekaboo, hello. That's Camo gone. Need Angel now to get involved in this. And he does. Nice spacing and good timing. And Nat's pretty far off, can't handle the knife, can't deny it, so they know where he is.
Udah, cuma dikasih 1 poin doang.
We'll find 4 the defuse as well, which will give him his ultimate.
That's what you get, Kiko, for being mean.
Yeah.
He gets 4.
Done it again. Hatsik actually caught in smokes. I didn't see that on the other POV here, but
I'm saving 4K.
Look what you did. That's all on you. I'm pumped up.
the Angel slander is real.
Look. Trying his best, man.
Kiko, one away from a showstopper. Still going to see investment here from Liquid. Want to just give out completely.
Great main from NAVI. This is a bit bold, isn't it, to go for this? But a 1-for-1 trade out. Who's lost? Ruxic for NAVI and Camo for Liquid.
That's tech. I mean, Angel a little off with the crosshair placement there. Could have been rewarded. Hero, great Nats over in mid. Man advantage here for NAVI early on in round 16. That's tech. He's found Angel as well. Hiko does have the showstopper.
This is still a tough side to take, even with the showstopper. It does take down Hero. Xiao, oh, he's just screwed by this.
Alex
Yeah, just
Nemo
overwhelmed.
mati bonus
And
4.
Alexis had a quiet game, 4-14. Oh.
Doesn't get better here.
No, it doesn't. Drake's happy with that one, though.
Bantai gini.
That feel pretty nice. And that pops them up to 12 as well, one away from closing the series out.
But it's not going to be pretty at all for Navi. I think here, looking to get... Yeah. Oh, no. Looking to maybe prevent Liquid from setting up for these Yoru TPs to backside and dealing with some of the util potentially on the choke, but risky business. Again, scoreline, can't really fault it in that regard. We have 3 ults to invest here for Navi. Across Ruxic, Angel and Hero. It's only 3 rifles. This time around, Alexi finds some value here.
Who's next?
Not just the kill, but also a weapon.
Almo's going to be taking the space with the ult.
Trex has got his ult here as well.
Maybe just wanted to take the space as best he could, but he could have bought his time a little bit longer. Regardless now, the site getting threatened by Liquid. Spike's still in the hands of Trex here, but Kiko in the meantime fighting for the security of CT. Hero wants to follow up, but Liquid pull their way.
Easy win. Easy win. Udah. Itu aja. Yang satu lagi bosan lah ya. Yang belum suka mana 1-2. Oke guys, thank you. Yang M8 dan TH udah langsung nonton. Easy win tuh TH.